Hello chat, how are we doing? Bright and early today. Yeah, 2 hours earlier than normal. What's up? Hello Nari, hello Kunky. Yeah. I'll wait like a minute or two for people to come in, but then I'm gonna try to go fairly fast today because I have an appointment later. So yeah. Who's first today? Oh, Hayes. Nice. Hayes' vault. SoundCloud makes it where the sub overtakes the song, so my bad. We don't talk about the intro. Love your discontent. Hell yeah. We love discontent. I'm Freddy Five Bear. Hello, Freddy Five Bear. Oh, hello, Asta. Hello. Alright, let's get into it. Hayes can watch the VOD. It's fine. The intro's kind of off key, but okay. Ooh. Interesting. What is this long outro? This sounds like final noise. Cool. I like the drum stuff you're doing. I like the more experimental drum patterns, and the drums themselves are also good selections. The songwriting is a bit weird, just because it's like the note choice feels. It does feel like you have a specific idea in mind with it though, which is nice. Like the drop is cool. The break feels, yeah. The whatever pad you have under here is just off key, so just make sure it's in key and then you'll be fine. I like most of this stuff. It just feels like the main lead is very resonant, which is good because that means it's usually like more emotional and like cool sound, but it does feel like it's just completely overwhelming the mix. Like the snare sounds like muted or quiet compared to the lead, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, I would definitely check your mix to see if you can bring back the lead a little bit, especially because again it is so resonant. You can kind of leave it quieter in the mix without quieter than other elements, at least from like a leveling point of view, and you'll still be able to hear it just fine. Maybe a little bit of soothe side chaining will help you as well with that. I really don't have much more to say than that. It's cool. I would like to see you finish it and like put in a cool break. Could also try vocal chops on this, I think. And not so much like melody vocal chops, but like literally chop up a vocal, like vocal words, and then yeah, use some like phrases or snippets in between for fills and stuff. Could work quite well. Remix by Nutty. Let's go.
Stop
Damn. This is insane. What the fuck? This is totally not what I expected from you, but it goes so hard. Feedback. Okay. One, I love, just as like a note, the switch up is so good. This works so well. Like, I feel like it's very hard to do new stuff with the DP sound, or at least people are struggling to do new stuff with this type of, DP type of leads. But this is a really great use of it. It feels like it's, because you're taking it out of the normal like future bounce thing and it's more of like a big room thing, it really works. It really, really works. Main things are like the bass. I don't know why, but when you did this big lead, for some reason I was expecting a psytrance drop. So you might even be able to do like a really cool psytrance switch up. Like that fucking what's it called? Not the dotted bass, but like that really short, punchy, very repetitive bass. Actually, my biggest piece of like real feedback that isn't just like it sounds cool and you could do this, but definitely don't put the clap at the start of the drop. I would leave like 8 bars where you have no clap, because I think it'll just give a cooler vibe and it'll make the clap more exciting. Like I would wait until like here. Yeah, maybe until like here to add the clap, because you can kind of just let the kick go dun, 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 and just let the kick hit on its own. I think the flow will sound more conventional. It's a little more what you expect. My chat's not updating. Let's see if people are saying this stuff. I'm late, just woke up. For sure, Nickman, submit those tracks in. Get them in, boy. That most in Pink Sweat. Already released. We'll still listen to it. We'll tell him what he should have done. Remix though, so I'm gonna skip forward a bit. W. Where's Mickey's helmet though? Very cool. Very nice. Life so funny cause you live where you learn, or you might say that you burn. Not the way I'm like space. When I was chilling with you, relate to you, stop and lead it. When the little spit away, you remain the meanest. Take it how you want it, I'm the hottest on to come up, so you better run up while I'm battling in this paranoia. Not a saying, don't forget my soul. I've been in places where you should not go. Ooh, I really like this chord progression. love the way this rings out with the delay. Fire. Approved, I guess. Yeah, I'm impressed by your use of vocal chops. It feels very commercial in a quality way. Yeah, super sick. I think maybe like the chords are a bit quiet. Like you could have made the chords a bit more forward in the drop. I guess they are just like very stereo. Like they have no mid presence, so they feel kind of far back. But overall, this is like very clean as well. Super dope. Super dope. I really do, I'm not gonna give you too much feedback because it's just like it's already out, and I think you just did a really good job with it. I perhaps would have liked to see something more interesting. If this wasn't like just a flip, I would say do something more interesting in your breaks, but especially with all the like funkier stuff that you've been doing. But hey, if it's just a flip, just enjoy it for what it is. Old ID, I mean, back in 2021. Interesting. Let's see what Old Dirty Octopus sounds like. Nice picture as well. Ooh. Ooh, some of these resonances are killing my ears though. I love when Dirty Octopus brings the IDM into the stream, it's so cool. Whoa. The frequency shifter. Damn. This is kind of nasty. What the fuck? That's insane. That's super cool. Feedback wise, I think the bass note is just like overall there are a few like samples I think that you're using that have really sharp high end. Some really painful resonances on the top. So I'll just go through. It's like this squeaking keyboard sound, or it's something next to it at least. It's creating these like panning but very painful resonances. So you can manually EQ it, I think. I don't think you can also soothe it. That works just as well. Might work if it's already like printed to audio, but if you still have like the original stem, you might just be able to EQ out some of those resonances before or even after your processing chain, depending on what sounds better. That's kind of it, really. Also, like here especially, it would be nice to have some sort of low end, because right now there's like no low end at all. And I'm not saying you need like a big sub bass. Just having like a little bit of low end could be nice. Whether it comes in from a pad or something else, either way, just could be nice. Get a little bit of lows in there. Might make the whole thing feel a bit more dramatic and also a little more of a story to the whole thing, because they're going from no low end to having a section where you're low end, adding more emphasis, and then you're kind of going back out with no low end. The all you can eat buffet security, watching me eat the customers. Kyoki Kyoki-chan Uwu by Afkara LP. I'm sure this will be the most sane track. Nice. Cool. Wow, the way this chord works at the end. That's so satisfying for some reason. Once again, chord progression is always fire. Yeah, it just feels like you need to produce this more. I'm struggling to think of anything that isn't super obvious. Like, not a super big fan of this kick clap. Like, it's okay, but I feel like as soon as you start adding more elements, more like going in a stronger direction with the bass, this kick and this clap is going to feel kind of weak and unimpressive. Damn it, I'm on the wrong account. I forgot Stream was earlier today. Yeah, unfortunately. I would have loved to do it at the normal time, but I gotta go later. I'm going for a smoother vibe here. Okay, yeah, then this might work. I still think you could find a better kick and clap. I'm just not a big fan of the way they sound. I don't know, the kick transient especially sounds very... And even the rest of the way that it's pitching is just like... It's not particularly satisfying to me. I know you use this like water sample somewhere later in here. Oh, there's this little sparkle thing. It would be cool to have more stuff like that, but obviously, again, you need to work on it more, along with your 700 other IDs. It's really not that hard on the drums. Of course, LP kick 17. No way, that's actually your own kick. For real, phone speaker does suck. Next, in my dreams. There are a lot of things in my dreams, y'all. And Evan Scott is probably one of them.
Take me somewhere back in time to the days where we were young and alive. Starlit memories and summer nights, getting lost in your eyes. When we dance under neon lights, in a trance, when free my mind. Take me back to the peace in your smile. I miss you so damn much. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. I want you to know that I still see you in my dreams.
Whoa! Wow. This is amazing. What the fuck?
We were sneaking out the back door, praying we wouldn't get caught. Warm Septembers with kisses like a movie scene. Tell me you remember when we danced, danced, danced under neon lights in a trance, trance, trance. Went free in my mind. Take me back, back, back to the peace in your smile. I miss you. I miss you so damn much.
Yes, the Evan Scott piano. The hammer sound as well. On the right hand.
If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. I want you to know that I still see you in my dreams.
Wow. Wow.
I still see you in my dreams. I still see you in my dreams. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. I want you to know that I still see you in my dreams.
What a banger. Holy shit. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. This is exactly what I want out of my future bounce now. This use of vocal chops is so well done. So well done. Also, it's exactly what I'm looking for to me. When I tell you guys, like, use extra stuff, don't just use the main lead. This is what I'm talking about. Like, add extra layers. It's adding so much depth to the whole track. Like, if you remove the vocal chop, the whole track feels completely different. It's so well done. I'll start off with, like, the breaks. First of all, solid, definitely. Like,
Starlit memories and summer nights.
I will say, like, the piano feels like it could be a bit less. You can remove a little bit of low end. I think this is a trend in general, though, with the whole track, where there's a little bit too much low mids. So, especially, or I think in general it's just a bit muddy, but particularly for future bounce, when people are going to be listening between different tracks, this is going to feel a bit muddy and I don't know. I'm going to try.
Getting lost in your eyes. When we dance, dance, dance under neon lights in a trance, trance, trance. When free in my mind. Take me back, back, back to the peace in your smile. I miss you.
Yeah, just like a little bit less on the piano overall. I think it'll also help the vocal feel a bit more present, because it does feel just slightly too buried in the mix. Part of that also has to do with the de-essing. Yeah, my issue with the de-essing is just like, it sounds like the S's are being taken care of slightly, but you still hear like the lower half of the S range. And like here as well, like the tss, you really hear it quite dramatically. So I don't know if this is something where you've just manually EQ'd that range, and so it, on some words it sounds okay, in some words it sounds different. Yeah, if you have a good de-esser, then you might want to try just, you know, applying it if you don't have one, tweaking it if you already have one on. If you feel like you're missing a good de-essing plugin, or like a dynamic EQ of some kind, obviously all the FabFilter stuff is good if you have that. Tokyo Dawn Labs has a great dynamic EQ that's free. So if you just look up Tokyo Dawn Lab EQ, then yeah, that's also going to be good for that. You can just put it over like the 7 to 10K region and mess around until it sounds good. For a dude's vocals, it might be a little bit lower. But yeah, I think the de-essing, definitely take a bigger look at that. as far as the drop goes, again, I feel like I'm experiencing the same thing where like if I add it with the EQ now with a little bit less 200 hertz. In fact, I did not remove any 200 hertz. I just added some 10K. Yeah, you might just need to add some brightness to the drop, specifically as well to the vocal chops, so that they poke out a little bit more nicely. Like especially for vocal chops, because they sound so good because it's a vocal. Use spectral compressor for de-essing, but I'll look at the range I set. Okay, yeah, that might explain why. I love using spectral compressor. I've also been using it a lot recently for doing cool stuff. I think there's something about it that sounds very clearly digital. Like it being spectral, it does have like a certain sound to it. I would encourage you to try using like a regular de-esser and then or dynamic EQ of some kind, and just seeing how it sounds, because I've experienced this a lot with like using newer technologies where they just have a different way of sounding, and especially spectral stuff can kind of leave noticeable artifacts when it's not in a very electronic setting. So like here you have like piano, reese, guitar, so any spectral artifacts you leave kind of poke out to the listener, not in a super obvious way, but in a subtle way. They're like, this kind of sounds weird. This is not how I'm used to it being. It's not necessarily bad. It's just different. So yeah, I would encourage you to try a regular de-esser and just compare the two. I think the bass in your drop is also a bit wide. Yeah, it just feels like it's... you might want to take the stereo image of like the stuff below like 500 hertz or something and just reduce it by like 10% or 15%. You'll just have to see how much it needs, but just to make sure that it's like really a bit tighter, and it'll give more. It'll make the stereo stuff on the high end feel much more impactful. The S was also just really hard on this vocal. Yeah, sometimes you get those vocals. Yo, what's up, Toxic Wraith? Yeah, sometimes you just get vocals that are like, what am I supposed to do with this? I had this experience recently as well with a podcast that I was working on doing some audio editing for, and the S's were just insane, and then they were like, hey, why doesn't it sound the same? Like, I was like, y'all, you're going very harsh on the S's. Last thing, the piano break here. It might be cool if you had like if the vocal has like some oohs and ahs, some ooh, you know, something like that. Just like laying it in the background with like a lot of reverb could just like elevate the whole thing and make it feel even more like heavenly. Overall, though, oh man, I need to listen to this drop again. So good. So good. Also, if you're struggling with the high end, you might also want to try just like adding some fresh air after doing some harsher de-essing and see how it sounds. Oh, this is it's a cool image. This looks like the Chompy like mascot. All right, let's give this a listen. Oh, this sounds chill. Why is it so flat though? What the fuck? This waveform looks crazy. The asses were just insane. Toxic Wraith, no. It's like lo-fi house type of thing. Damn. Da, 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 da. Curious what's happening here. Oh. Ooh. Second rank is kind of rushed, but it's so cool. I love what you're going for there with that. It's gonna sound really nice when you finish it. Is this also the same thing? Imanu feeling? Kind of. If it had DMB drums under it, it would be Imanu feeling. Anyway, I really like this. I like the overall vibe. I think really my only like big takeaway is like, I mean, definitely sounds like a start of an idea. So you need to expand a little bit in some areas, get some more elements in there. But it needs some dynamics. It feels like too compressed, or like not even too compressed. It just feels like all the elements don't have any like level wise like dynamics in them. Also like it feels like the kick and bass could use like a little bit of sidechain, not like hard sidechain, just like a little bit so that there's more space. Unless there is and I'm tripping, but it doesn't sound like there's any sidechaining going on. Even just the low end. There is sidechain? Okay. I don't know why it sounds weird to me then. It's in my brain it sounds like there's no sidechain. I think it's just really soft and low endy. It might be that, yeah. Yeah, I think if you have like more modulation as well in the sounds, it'll really add to the whole vibe. So just like abuse RC20 or something similar, you know, you want to get like more tiny modulations in there. If these are all synth patches as well that you're using, in like Serum, for example, you have a lot of opportunity to go for like a lot of small modulating of like wavetables, using noise as well to modulate like certain parameters, you know, slight like fine adjustments to the fine tune so that the wavetables individually are kind of moving a little bit apart. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with Serum and other synths to get like more detail into a patch. Yeah, that's kind of it. I think if you focus on like just introducing more dynamics and stuff, so it's not so flat, because it kind of sounds like a limited, which yeah, for this style may not be so ideal. iPhone Alarm Yoake Wakus remix. I'm so excited, y'all. We haven't had a Wakus track in a while. All right, let's get lost. chill. iPhone has this alarm. This is so nice. I would wake up to this. The biggest hi-hat. This is insane. This is so good. Oh my god, I'm dying. Y'all. Like, listen to this. This is so fucking sick. Oh, and like the details of the perks is so well done. Man, I really wish I could make stuff that was this complicated but hit so well. Like, this is so close to all of like the Zave type of stuff that I've been listening to. Speaking of, I have to pull up this track 1 second. This is important for the because I think there's a cool switch up you can do later that will make the sound even better. I love how it's really impossible to find this. There we go. Yeah. This track. 1 is amazing, but 2, it has this similar type of thing where it's taking like a more organic vibe and then adding some like what am I saying? I don't know what I'm talking about. What I was gonna say is like here. It would be so cool if you switched it into having this like extra, like the main melody, into having this like extra saw lead, so you can keep the same melody, and maybe do like a little bit of like extra gliding and variation to it. But this track, very cool track. But later you get this like really, really sweet saw melody that comes. It adds so much because it's so kind of like in it saw vibes, but because the melody is so good, it works. And I think you could do something similar for here. Yeah, I think it would really work quite well. Chat, what are we thinking? At Sanctuary, Zave. I want this alarm on my iPhone. I want his remix on my iPhone, though. I don't have an iPhone either. I'm back. Welcome, Toxic Wraith. You need to listen to this. Come on, listen. What is this? This is so good. Oh, so good. It's like all the tiny little extra perks and white noise lots that are killing me. It's so good. I don't even know how to feedback this because this is just I would actually say like just complete the arrangement or just release it like this straight up. Like you don't need anything. It sounds so good. Other than maybe like a fill here, like a little saw chord or some sort of chord that's like filtering whatever like the last chord of this progression is. Just take it, filter it up, so it's like from a very low filter into something like sort of MIDI, and then it just so cool. Love that. Also love this. Random. Everything goes on. Everything. Alright, let's give this a play. Don't try to make yourself remember. Ah, yes. I guess everyone now is going to be going back to all the old Porter Robinson stuff. For y'all that don't know, Porter Robinson released a new track, Cheerleader. It's really good. You should go listen to it. It's fucking insane.
Darling, don't look for me. I'm just a story you've been
Beating my heart type beat.
So let's pretend a little longer. 'Cause when we're gone, everything goes on. Don't try to make yourself remember.
Story you've been told.
So let's pretend a little longer. 'Cause when we're gone,
Damn.
everything goes on.
Very, very cool. I love the sound design choice. I don't know why it's reminding me of JS Card. Does he use this type of sound? Or am I tripping? It's reminding me of something. But for some reason, the only big feedback I have is like you could put the vocal in like a higher formant, like 1 or 2 up, and I think it would sound... you'd have to experiment to see what sounds exactly right, but I think if you change the format on the vocal, it could sound better with the basses. Because here it feels a bit too straight, and I think if it's just a higher format, it'll sound cooler. Add that low quality effect and turn it into Yabujin. What does that mean? What is Yabujin? I'm afraid. I think you could also add like a top kick to this. Like something out of the Sick Great Essentials pack would be fine. Just to get a little more transient and punch to it, because right now it feels a bit like too soft. Like it has a good thump, but just not the initial attack. Which, considering how bright these basses are, or like chords, whatever the sound is, it would make sense to have more transient in there. And the string could also be a bit louder and like OTT'd more. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait. I'm so confused. Profile pictures generated with AI. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? My brain short-circuited. This is insane. Check 302 I Won't Go by Yabujin. Maybe later. Also, Dirty Alexis, you sent us something before, so I'm going to put this at the end. I don't know if I'll have time, because I'm kind of in a rush today. Oh, he sent the playlist version. What's in this playlist? Alright, let me take a listen to this. Actually, wait, this is 12 seconds. We'll listen to it anyway. Sun is coming out. Cool. Oh, what the fuck? I forgot this was in the playlist. Okay. I think for me, I think the drop is quite cool. There's not really much for me to say about it. I think it's quite clean. For the break, especially like here, I feel like you could use some delay. Doesn't have to be a lot, just like a subtle bit of delay to add more depth to it. And then you can also increase the delay in terms of mix and whatever else into the build. So just automate it so that it's coming in more, being more impactful. And I think it'll also sort of have this effect of diffusing like a reverb the piano sound as you go into here, which will then make this whole transition more cool. For the transition here, I feel like it needs some sort of wobbly like type of thing to sort of just fade out the energy. Also give I don't know how to say this, but a bit more contrast so that when the piano is fading in, it's not immediately noticeable. Like you feel it, but then you notice it as it comes in, like here. I don't know, I think it'll just help make the transition much better if you have like another dynamic element in there. That's yeah, something along the nature of a downlifter, but obviously needs to be kind of chill as well. Like you don't want a thing. It should be like, you know, subtle. I feel like the vocal as well, it needs something more. Whether it's like an extra like layer that you're bringing in on some words, like a higher formant layer or a lower octave or something, or maybe some vocal throws, especially for the sections where the vocal stops and there's like half a bar or a bar of no vocal. Like here for this mama, you can have like just small little extra moments like that for a vocal like this, where you have a lot of space between the phrases. You want to make sure that the vocal feels like it's still like, I don't know, like you're getting more impact out of it without, you know, so you don't leave these big spaces that feel like we're just waiting for the vocal to happen again, if that makes sense. All right, I want to hear this 12-second thing. I won't give you much feedback on it, just put it in Mario Kart, baby. This is still tripping me out because this looks like a weird Minecraft shader in the background, and I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Anyway, Conky track, yes. Oh, this is exciting. Are there any record labels that will accept it? Maybe. Let's find out. Very sexy. Oh, we're gonna get the traditional conky insane melody moment. So good. Whoa, the atmosphere as well in the background is super nice. man. The key changed!
Bro, nah. That's insane. Okay.
Emotional bounce? Real. This really sounds like someone flipped restaurant music. Swan chord type progression for real. Chat is for real spitting bars today. We love having Dirty Octopus back in the chat. Man, fantastic, fantastic. I don't know if there are labels that will accept this. I feel like if we were to accept this at Sanctuary, I would want to work with you a little bit to update some of the elements of the track, just as well getting like the mix and everything commercially viable. But honestly, like, reach out to me. I would be interested in signing this. Chat, wouldn't it be crazy if we came back with a track like this? Like for our release schedule? I'm still figuring out the release schedule, but it would be kind of insane if we came back with something like this. It needs some changes for sure. Yeah, there's definitely a few things. Like the kick and clap, I can tell you're doing your best, but definitely might be worth swapping those out for something a bit more modern. Yeah, most of the note stuff I'm okay with. Like most of the way this is written is super nice. It just is missing like extra like Foley sounds, extra little tiny details. So yeah, DM me about this track, Kunky. I would love to help you finish this. Just like point you in the right direction. Because yeah, and then I definitely we'll talk about signing this because this is so cool. I just think it's cool, like regardless of like, it has such an interesting vibe. Skull, why can't I use Discord emojis here? Real. All right, Nick Bin, what have you got? Why do I feel like Eminem is about to start playing? Whoa! Okie dokie, bye Toxic! You are very welcome, my dude. Da-da-da-da. Very cool. I gotta respect the like old school bro step type of vibes. Very, very nice to hear again. I got a bunch of different smaller things of feedback. The biggest one I will say is it feels like the arrangement of things is too long. Where like your break here, this is cool, but then you have this section here where it just takes way too long. I think you should remove this and then just go straight into the build here from... Because I think it will just flow better and it won't feel like we're just staying here for not much reason. And then when you bring in this ARP thing later, it will feel new and cool as well. It'll be like, okay, we're switching to a now new different idea a little bit. On this drum break, one, the sustained piano in the background is kind of undermining the overall groove of the thing, or it's undermining the rhythm of the guitar. There's like less focus on it. If you are going to do it like that though, I would also recommend adding like a ride or a shaker of some kind over this so that there's a bit more movement, because right now, yeah, like I said, with the, especially with the sustained piano in the background, it just feels very like just nothing is moving. It's just like dong, and then we have to wait until the next kick and snare come, and then dong, we go to the next chord, and it's not moving enough. Notes. Yeah, the leveling of some stuff in the drop is a bit weird, where it just feels like some things are really loud, like the guitar, and then other things are just quite quiet. I also think, I'm not sure if you're sidechaining much or at all, but I would definitely check the sidechain is working on all of your elements. So yeah, actually, I'm not sure if you're familiar with sidechaining. In the event that you're not, definitely like look it up on YouTube what sidechaining is. And make sure that you're sidechaining all of your elements, because especially for this style, if your kick disappears, it feels a bit weird. Yeah, arrangement. That's pretty much it. Yeah, those are my main elements of feedback. Other than that, very cool track. I know how to sidechain with a compressor. I would look up and look into sidechaining with a volume automation. Bro, Kyokon did not hesitate. What did I not hesitate on? Bro. Here is the feedback. Yeah, that's kind of it. I think take a look into like volume sidechaining, because with the compressor, it can work, but it's sometimes, if you're not going hard enough into the compressor, it's just not going to be sidechaining enough to matter. What on earth am I looking at? What the fuck? What are they doing to my boy Ace, man? I respect the One Piece, though. Very fire. Alright, DMH, let's see what you got. Hey. Danny Yeager type shit? Yeah, for sure. This is super cool. I really don't have much to say about this. This is like, I'm struggling to find like a good workable point of feedback, because like everything I'll tell you is like, I don't know, it feels like maybe the chords could have like a more unique sound. The sound design overall feels like it just needs a little bit more layering and stuff to get like unique sounds. It feels like you need to layer in some organic or like other types of instruments on, using the same MIDI, just like different layers, for your chords and your lead, to give it a more interesting sound. Because right now this feels very much like a lot of the other tracks that I've heard in Future Bounds, like a lot. But the melody's great. I would say maybe make your break, and then from there pick like a couple of elements to include as well in the drop, as layers. Might work. Wish I had more feedback for you. All right, last couple of tracks. I think I'll check my form again in case there's some new peoples, but I do gotta go soon. Oh, Conky sent another one. All right, we'll do all the doubles today. All right, Toxic Wraith and Naram, Cold Outside. Let's go. We're about to go hard. Dry your tears, promise I will stay close. Oh, I've been where you are. We all got scars. Guiding light. Whoa. Nice transition. Many things, worries you can let go. Dry your tears, promise I will stay close. Oh, I've been where you are. We all got scars. What more is there to say, everybody? Toxic Wraith goes hard every time. Sick. I think my biggest point of feedback, if I can think of anything else, is just like the reverb on the vocal, I think could be bigger. Something about it feels a bit closed, and especially going for this like color house type of vibe where it's like, is it house? Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, especially going for this vibe, I think if you open up the reverb more, so to make sure like you're cutting the lows and stuff obviously, but also just opening up the room size or whichever settings you're using, so that it's like a really big open vocal, like church type of vocal, it will sound, I think, really, really nice. I think also it'll combine well with the rest of your elements that you have going on in your break. because you kind of have everything, especially in the build, kind of like subtle, very filtered. So if you use that space to fill it up with just reverb, and it's just like, whoa, like, oh my god, we're moving, we're going towards this insane drop, and we have this big open vocal. It'll sound nice. Super cool. Also, maybe the filtered things here are could be a little bit brighter to match everything else, in the sense that maybe you just remove a little bit of the low mids so that it sounds a bit thinner, but also at the same time a bit brighter. I don't know. It might sound nice. Might sound horrible. I don't really know. Alrighty. NSJ Stripes and Lonely Heaven remix. Let's get it. I'm gonna have to skip through a lot of this vocal though, because I do not need copyright strikes on this channel. Nice. Discontent, hello. Oh god, not the vocal. I just can't. I don't. It's such a big song as well. We can. This is not copyrighted at all. Back to the Progressive Palace. Here we go. No, not that. Bro, that's fine. Just let it play out now. Nice. So nice. Whoa. Very nice guitar. Very sick. My biggest point of feedback really is like the vocals when you're layering them into the drop. I don't know if you do it here. Just make sure that it's wide, because you have a lot of the like leads and stuff in the middle. So just take the vocal, reverb the absolute living daylights out of it, and just make sure that it's stereo as hell. So it's like, you know, you just have the vocal out here, and then you have all the rest of your elements sort of more in the middle. And that's my outro. Is a full OST reel. So good. Love the outro. I wish I could have listened to the breaks on stream, but Kyokon is afraid of copyright overlords. I really don't have much to say. Like as far as Progressive House goes, this is like super quality. I don't usually listen to Progressive House, but I'd probably listen to this in my spare time for sure. Yeah, like I would just straight release it like that. Miss you. All right, yo, I am basically out of time. I'll listen to these two. Fuck it. Yeah, nah, let's fuck it. Let's just take a listen already. Last two tracks of the day, everybody. Nice waterfally. Sienna's J. Whoa. Whoa. That's insane. That's some like Todd Helder type shit. It's so good. Oh. What? When is the album coming, bro? When is it coming? We need it. When is it coming? When is it coming? We need it. Soon, yes. Maybe in April? Let's go. Woo. What a space! It's so crunch. How do you get it so crunchy? Oh, like it's so crunchy without losing any of the sub. The sub just sounds so fat. It also. Oh, now I have to find this track. I have to show you what this is reminding me of. Is it this? No, not Smavs. Bro. This one. Like the way you're moving the vocals as well is so good. This is obviously much slower, but like I would also, like, for my feedback, take a little bit of a cue from this and like maybe change the snare to be a little bit more tonal. Like this is already somewhat tonal, but I think because it's slower, you have a little more room to add like a bit of like an extra metal layer or something, just to give it a little more impact. And what's cool about that as well is you can take that metal layer and then modulate it or process it so that every time it's just a little bit different. So like, you know, take some RC20s to it, whatever. I swear they gotta sponsor me someday. I talk about this plugin all the time. Just to get a little bit more out of the snare so that every time it's just a little bit different, maybe a bit more live. Super, super sick track. Insane. Oh, I need to save this link actually so I can listen to it later. Don't worry, I won't. Anyway, last track, Conky, Something Random. We love it. Great picture. Lonely boy in a blue-green world. This is a very different vibe. What? What? I give up. Huh, you can... I didn't realize you even made stuff like this. Huh? I give up, Conky. You are my god. I am going to give you all of my money, my house. What the fuck? I will say sometimes the lead gets a little bit weird with the pitch. It's like, like it feels like it's going out a bit too much. But overall, the vibe is insane. Like the little LFO thing is so good. It feels like you need a little bit stronger of a bass. Like this dung 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 needs a little bit more of like a... You could use an actual bass guitar and it would sound quite good under this. With a little bit of distortion, it would sound very good. So just take the bass, add some distortion to it, layer it under there and under a couple other like sections. Wild, y'all! What a fantastic track to end today's stream on. Couldn't be happier. Yeah, look forward to next week for you, those of y'all that are still here. I think starting next week, I'm gonna open the submissions for the Sanctuary session. I haven't set the exact date, but expect that sometime in the next 2 weeks we'll be dropping that. I'm obviously gonna need to go through all the demo submissions. We're gonna do them a little bit differently this time. But you guys will see when the episode drops the changes that we make. But I'm very much looking forward to it. Definitely going to be trying to keep that up, get it to at least once a month. Might see if we can get it to be twice a month as well. That would be quite nice. So every 2 weeks, new Sanctuary session. Hopefully, that's the dream. For now, though, I'm just going to worry about getting the first one out. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. And a fantastic week in between now and the next feedback stream. And I'll see you all there. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.